Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, you have the right to remain well entertained. Doctors, what was the best excuse you've heard for someone having something stuck in their donkey? Guy came in with a cordless phone up his donkey, like one of the old school ones from 15 years ago. He said that when he was in the kitchen bending over opening the oven door, someone threw it through his open window and it just went right up. So the guy was so embarrassed that he shoved a phone up his donkey that he decided it would be better to say his anus was so loose that a phone could just be tossed right in? Well, okay. Not to mention that he was apparently pointing his bare, loose a-hole at an open window. Related, guy puts a vibrator, one of the massive cordless wand types, way up there, like a mega seed, and it gets sucked into the sigmoid colon. When he gets to me in the ear, he asked him how he was feeling. He answered, "Well doc, I'm way better since the batteries died." Made my night. I've been trying to entertain the medical staff since my open heart surgery. Was having problems with low blood pressure, it hit 90/58, I got a ringing in my ears, everything went red, and I passed out. Oh no. Yeah, but my carpet smells fantastic. I stuck it up there on purpose and now it's stuck. Please help. It was a perfectly honest and valid reason for have something stuck up your butt, and we helped. No further questions needed. Now I'm interested how often that happens. I mean the honest answer. Definitely the route I'd take. Look, man, I just thought I'd try it and see if I liked it. I don't. I really don't. I am a nurse, a male as well. Guy came to my hospital with a cue ball stuck in his rectum. Said him and his wife were having sex and this happened. Made no excuses and showed no shame. ER doc was unable to remove it with forceps and he had to get anesthesia to have a minor surgical procedure to get it out. My job was basically to just go through a pre-surgical checklist and send him on his way. When I'm done, he shouts excitedly, "All right, let's get this ball rolling." I almost died laughing. It was near the end of my shift and I always wonder what happened to him. I'm sure he did fine and is back to having amazing kinky sex with his wife. All right, let's get this ball rolling. This guy has hero material. When I was a student working in an ER, a guy came in with an unraveled wire hanger stuck and hooked up there. He said he was trying to fish out the vibrator he lost. Did you find the vibrator? Clear as day on the X-ray. I feel like you have the start of an epic poem there. Presented at ER in Sydney with carrot stuck in the arse. Doctor, what happened? Patient, I heard a noise in the garden. Went to investigate. Slipped and fell over. Carrot went up my bum. Doctor, carrots grow upside down out your way, huh? Well, Australia is the down under, where women glow and men plunder. It always boils down to the person accidentally sat on it. The best my dad saw, a former emergency doctor, was a young guy who accidentally sat on a giant tub of Vaseline. Accidentally. I asked how doctors record that in their patient files, and the common way to do so is to say the patient claims to have sat on X object. Patient states/stated, followed by a factual description of what you see. Patient states they fell on the dumbbell/carrot/sausage. On examination, no visible bruising or lacerations seen related to the fall. Clear jelly-like substance seen around the object. There was a news story in my country. A man went to the ER and they discovered that he drunkenly put 2 hammerheads in his donkey, his reasoning being that he ate a jar of preserved cherries with pits and then had abdominal pain and wanted to smash the pits. Took me a few seconds to realize you didn't mean tiny sharks. Same, but I feel like a shark could have done a better job of breaking them down than an actually hammer. Paramedic, here. Had one guy tell me he slipped on a banana peel and landed on the upright vase on the floor. He then proceeded to produce a banana peel for good measure. From my career this far, the fact that he genuinely had a banana peel made me laugh more than the entirety of this thread. The image of a man bent over, in agony, frantically peeling a banana to prepare for the hospital got me. Jesus Christ, my moment has come. A friend of mine used to work in a dispatch call center for emergency services. In these call centers there needs to be a triage nurse on site to deal with life-threatening situations. So my mate tells me about this story she had, where a man came in with a garden gnome up his hoop. His story was that he went shopping and locked himself out the house, so needed to climb back in through the second floor window, fell back, and got entered by the gnome. I mean, the gnome was inside his pants, like there was no gnome-shaped hole in his pants, but whatever, let's call it a miracle. So anyway, they get this gnome out, fishing rod and all, Patch him up and send him on his way. 3 hours later a different dude comes in with the same problem and the same story. After cutting through the bull poop they determined the two blokes had been gnoming each other, realized they both needed doctors, arranged to go to different hospitals with this 200x story, and one of them got mixed up. Still makes me laugh to this day. So I actually once did fall naked in my bedroom and my donkey cheek smashed hard onto the end of a small dumbbell that was angles up at 45 degrees. I'm coming to realize after reading all of this that had it hit the bullseye, no one would have ducking believed me. A friend of mine works at reception in an ER, she actually had a story about a guy who came in with a dumbbell in his rectum. Although he was considered high priority, they were super busy and there was nowhere near the front to stand, so she told him to wait in the rear. Saw someone with a remote control stuck way up in their colon. She said she was getting herself ready for anal sex with her boyfriend and then it got stuck. The kicker was that she showed up to the hospital with her boyfriend and her husband in tow. I am really curious as to how that conversation went. She wasn't my patient, I was in the ER and got to see the magnificent X-ray. I bet the tech was still like, whoa, hold up, we can't speculate on what this means. My sister is a surgical nurse and a guy came into the hospital with a pool noodle shoved up his butt. It was so deep that they had to cut open his abdomen, intestines and colon to cut the foam out of him. He said he fell on it while swimming nude. But when they cut him open it had a condom stretched over the end of it. When they confronted him he said, please don't tell Nom. ER nurse, I tried to dig something out of my donkey with a barbecue skewer. Skewer got stuck. Ripped a hole in his intestines. He waited so long to come and he was septic. One stat or visit and an ICU stay later, please don't call my mom. Guy was tripping hard on LSD. Was this something a weasel? If so, username checks out hard. You know, I didn't even think to ask him what he was trying so desperately to dig out. Clever comment though. A college friend who is an OR nurse said the best thing she ever witnessed was a small snow globe with the message "World's Greatest Dad" on the inside. Maybe he dishonored the title of World's Greatest Dad and this was somehow seen as the best punishment? Or someone got confused when he asked about involving daddy kink into their sex life? What would have been your answer or question? Leave it in the comments below. Slap that like and subscribe button for more, and check out the link in the video description for even more answers. Peace out, and catch you in the next video.